Hello everyone. This is coming right back at you after just after the outro. I realized a little while after I actually recorded the video, so it's taking so long to get up that I needed to redo this, and I had to go find four abilities. I forgot four abilities that weren't on the wiki, so I had to go get my own screenshots of them. Don't mind all the stuff is down there. Again, I kind of double uploaded all my images, and I didn't know how to fix it. But anyways, I wanted to point out a mistake. This is growth, not counter. It is basically the special attack and physical attack version of armor up, meaning it has one stage each of both of them. So oh, wrong spot. I want to put it right there. Like I said, I think attack is more valuable than defense, so I will put that up one stage above armor up. Counter is actually right here. I still stand by everything I said about counter, even after having a little while to think about it. So I'm just going to put that back right exactly where it was. And then we have Crush. Crush is a weird one. I would honestly say it's somewhere down here. Like, it's probably better than Armor Up and Growth, but not by a significant amount. Um, its startup time kills it. You know, it would be near the top of D, maybe even C, if its startup time wasn't so absolutely abysmal. It relies on you getting your physical defense up, which means you basically have to use Fortify or something like that to get the best use out of it. And as already stated, defense is less valuable than attack, in my opinion. Physical defense even more so, and buffs are hard to pull off. So it relies on something that's very hard to pull off, and it has a just horrible, horrible startup time on it. If you fixed the startup time, I think it would be probably top tier of D tier. If you fixed buffs, but not the startup time, it would probably bump up to C tier. And if you fix both buffs and startup time, it could easily make B, maybe even A, depending on just how strong buffs are. But yeah, it relies on bad moves, and it in and of itself is a bad move. But until that startup time gets fixed, it's never going to be good, even if buffs are good. It's like the easiest move in the game to dodge, and is melee. So yeah, I would have a hard time seeing it go past B unless buffs are like ridiculously broken. Like if buffs are S tier, it might be A tier just because you can get the value there or something, despite its jankiness of being a melee. Speaking of janky melees, we have Rage. I'll probably put Rage right about here, near the bottom of B tier, but not quite. Um, Rage basically makes you stand still. You can be attacked, but every time you're attacked, it increases your physical attack, and it also does some fairly decent damage. But using Rage as an attack is extremely difficult, and that's the main reason I have it as B tier. Is it works better than buffs because you can use it on your own turn to surprise your enemies. Like you can jump into quicksand or counter Thunderflies with it, and just go to the moon, if you will, with how strong it is. Um, but it does make you put yourself in a bunch of risks, so it's balanced. I feel like it's a wonderful thing to base future buffs off of, but as an attack, that attack part of it is so bad. Like I feel like if it had, like if Iron Fist really had like a longer snare duration, or if Rage had a faster charge up, but the faster charge up make it less useful as a buff. I'm not really sure. You basically have to put them to sleep to hit them with Rage, or be right on top of them after you hit them with Iron Fist to actually land it. So it's not very good as an offensive tool, like in the way that you would think an attack would be, but it is very good in a buff tool. So I'm going to put it near the bottom of B tier. It's pretty decent. It's just a little janky to use its actual damaging part of it. So that's about where yeah, I thought about it. Yeah, it's definitely around there. Thunderflies. This is I will probably put Thunderflies right here. I think Thunderflies is not overpowered, but you have to play in a very specific way against Thunderflies. Thunderflies are like laughable when you have like a Lumala, and to a lesser extent a Ember, and they're essentially useless when you have a when you're fighting a Shovelet who knows how to avoid them, because Quicksand plus Dig makes just obliterates them. Lumala can one-shot them. Ember has an easy time of getting rid of them. But then kinfolk like another Kadoki or Slifer basically have to run from them. Mekid can try to get a rage off on them, but that does put Mekid in a situation where you're fairly certain he's going to do that. So if you have another kinfolk, you can switch over to it and deal with him. But the value of this is if they do not get rid of it, like a Righteous Light or something, then this will harass them for the rest of their days. Like it feels like it lasts way longer than it actually does. It only lasts a few seconds. But man, the just control you get from Thunderflies is through the roof. I would say the best way to deal with them is just kill them quickly, or use an ability like, Skulkin's teleport and get away, or you could throw a caustic cloud down and they'll die in it, but they'll probably still mess you up a little bit. But you just want to get away from them if you can't kill them. And they do force you to change the way that you play, so that's why I'm putting them very high A tier, because they're incredibly useful. They will give you a respite as a Kadoki, or they will terrorize your enemy and make it hard for them to actually fight you. So even no matter what your opponent decides to do, whether they run, whether they kill it, or they just keep trying to fight you through it, they're going to be at a really bad disadvantage. But I don't think it's actually broken. It's not like a one move that will win you the game. Like the abilities in S tier have the ability to annihilate your opponent's kinfolk with Spore Dance and Scorch, or they have the ability like Angelic Ray to make you almost unkillable if you are careful with it. Where Thunderflies just has the ability to be extremely annoying to your opponent. And I could see why somebody might even think they're S tier because of that just huge annoyance factor. But at the end of the day, they don't do enough damage to really be a good DPS option for Kadoki. And if you don't have someone to combo into, all they really are is an annoyance. Like if you can put Thunderflies plus Quicksand and then do stuff like that with them, then they can become a little bit more lethal. And that's why they're so high in A tier, because of their combo potential. But if you were just playing Kadoki by themselves, I would probably put it as a B tier move rather than A tier move. They're A tier in my mind because of their combo potential. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's every move now. If not, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do another tier list like this after a few more moves get added into the game, and I'll add in those moves that I ended up forgetting about. But now, for real, thank you guys for watching. This has been Monstertaming, signing off. Hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.